My training split is a 5-day a week. It's not a bro split, it's a pro split. And I'm gonna show you why. Hostile Nation, what's going on? It's back day and we're gonna do some work, but first thing we're gonna do is set up our pre and intra workout. Hostile has been looking at these jugs. I don't know how long all of you guys have been following me, but for those of you who've been following me for a long time, you've seen this jug in a lot of my photos, a lot of my videos. And every time I post it, people are always asking me where they get the jug and how to get the jug. So I want Hostile to release these little ones. It's a 1 liter for your intra and it's a 500 ml for your pre. First drawback is you can't get ice in here, so that kind of sucks. Second drawback is gonna be a little bit of a bitch to clean. You're gonna need one of those wire brush things to get cleaned. But as far as convenience goes, it's the perfect amount of water for the pre-workout and a perfect amount of water for the intra workout. So just a good fit. Orange mango, watermelon. Time to go to the freezer. All right, so I got my pre-intra in the freezer, and one of the things I want to do before we get to the gym is step over to the whiteboard and show you guys kind of what my training split looks like. This is just my training split. It's what I found works for me. It's always been like a 5-day usually, sometimes 6. Days get rearranged depending on what I'm trying to prioritize. So I'm gonna show you guys what my split is currently, and then maybe it'll help you guys formulate your own. All right guys, so we're at the whiteboard and I wanna go over kind of what I do and why I do it, and what things you should be looking for in your own split and what's important to you. When you train, you're gonna train your ass off and you're gonna train as hard as you can and you're gonna train to failure. And when you train to failure, your body's eventually gonna get broken down and you're gonna need a break. That's my philosophy about how I set up my training, and it's what I believe for the majority of people. I just feel like that's kind of what works best. I feel like it's what I've seen work best, and there's very few people I know that can train 7 days a week without taking a break, or train a body part 4 or 5 times a week and have it keep progressing. Eventually they get worn out. Now, if you're talking about little shock value training splits here and there, yeah, there's a million you can do, and those are different than I'm talking like an ongoing training split. First thing we want to worry about is recovery, okay? The first thing that we are worried about when we put our program together, we put our split together, is are we going to be able to recover? Are we training 2 body parts that are going to coincide back to back? Are we training 2 body parts that are extremely demanding back to back? Do we have them separated far enough that we can recover in between? Do we have some days off where we can take a break and let our body fully recover? These are all things that go into recovery and building muscle. If you guys are watching the channel, you probably already know the basics, which are when we're in the gym, we're tearing down muscle, and when we're resting, that's when the muscle is recovering and growing and adapting to the stimulus we put it through. Now, the type of stimulus you put it through is what's going to cause the growth. So when I say you got to train to failure, that's the stimulus. We're putting it through this traumatic event that's going to cause the body to adapt and grow according to how much trauma you've done in the gym. Now, recovery is a main part of that. It's the first point because it's where we're growing. I have 2 days off in my split, Sunday off, and I have Thursday off. So that means I'm not going more than 3 days in a row to the gym without giving my body a little bit of a break. And that's kind of why I do that. I want to give my body a break. I want to rest, recover, let my glycogen stores fill, get some good food in on my days off, maybe have a cheat meal, and just rest and relax and not do anything too overactive, and kind of get ready for the next day when I'm back in the gym so I can be full of energy. The second point you want to make is you want to prioritize certain body parts. If you're a normal human, you have weak points. You either have bad calves, bad arms, bad back legs, whatever body part you have, you want to prioritize that. You want to try and fix that. And that means you either want to put it first in your routine, you want to hit it more often than the other body parts. Setting it once a week, you might hit it twice a week, maybe even 3 times if you're in a shock split, okay? So then the last one, frequency, ties into prioritizing lagging body parts. Like I said, I think if you have a lagging body part, one of the steps you can take to try and develop that lagging body part is frequency. It's not always the answer, but sometimes hitting something twice a week is the answer. So for me, back in the day, like hitting back, my back was not growing. I had to start hitting it twice a week in different ways. I would do a width day and a thickness day. So one day would be all my pull down movements and one day would be all my rowing movements. Eventually my back started to develop, and the prioritizing each day individually for width and for thickness, and the frequency of just hitting my back twice a week caused my back to catch up and eventually became one of my best body parts. This is how I set up my split. I'm not going to go into all the other splits because I don't know enough about, push-pull legs or full body splits or training 7 days a week. I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to sit here and say like I know how all those splits work and this, mine's better than the rest. I'm just saying this is the best for me, and it's what I found works for a lot of different people. What we're gonna do is Sunday's gonna be day off. Monday I have arms. Why did I put arms on Monday? Because I'd like my arms to be bigger. It's a lagging body part. I like hitting it after a day off. That way I can focus on it and really focus on, I'll have the energy when I go in and really develop my arms. Okay, so the second day in the split is hams and calves. Now I'm gonna go in there and I feel like it's far enough away from quads. I got 2 days rest here. I can go in and smash my hamstrings. That way I can get the backside of the leg. I'm giving it its own day so I can develop good hamstrings. They're not just an afterthought after training quads. Then on Wednesday, I come in and train back. I don't do deadlifts and I don't do rack deads, so I don't see this affecting me too much that I train hams the day before, because if you do any rack deads or deadlifts, your hamstrings are gonna get engaged. And then see if you notice I'm going upper body, lower body, upper body. I'm kind of giving my body a chance to rest from top to bottom, okay? Then I have a day off after back, because back is a pretty grueling day. I feel pretty wiped out now. Thursday's a day off. After the day off on Thursday, we come in for chest and shoulders, okay? Shoulders are a priority for me. Chest is actually an easy body part for me, but shoulders are a priority. But why don't they have their own day, you ask? They used to have their own day. I actually noticed that my shoulders developed better when I put them on chest day. Better development in my shoulders, more roundness. Because when you're training chest, your shoulders are getting a lot of work. I feel like I put them together and my shoulders are kind of developing a little better. So this works for me. This might not work for you. You might need shoulders to have its own day, and I actually will too. Like, I may run this for 8 weeks and then I might split these apart and do shoulders on their own. So this is just what I'm doing now, but this is never carved in stone. It's very fluid. I might look at my physique and say, okay, I don't feel like this is growing fast enough. I got to change some things, but it doesn't change every week. It might change every 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I might revamp these things, right? And then the last day, Saturday, I like Saturday because it feels like it's not a work day. So it gives me a chance to just set my mind right and then get in there for quads, because quads takes like all my mental focus. Saturday's also not too busy at the gym, so I like going in there and just smashing quads. A lot of people do quads on Monday. When I go to the gym on Monday, it's just packed. So I get in, I train arms. A lot of people don't train arms on Monday. They train chest, or they train legs, or they train something. So they usually save their arms for the weekend because they want to get pumped for the bar, right? So I go in and train arms, nobody's bothering me. On Saturdays, most of the people are training arms because they want to look good at the bar. So I'm training quads, no one's bothering me. The split works for me in like many different levels, right? This is what you want to do. You want to look at your physique, take a good look in the fucking mirror. Don't lie to yourself. Tell yourself, find out where you're lagging, then decide your split. Don't decide your split because Joe Fitness Model said this split's the best split, or Joe Pro Bodybuilder said this split's the best split, or I said this is the best split. That's not how you should decide your split. Decide your split based on your physique and your need. This is just what I do. You take a look at your physique and see what you need and make it work for you. Enough of the whiteboard. Let's get to the gym and smash back. Yeah, nice and cold. This is another drawback to these 500 ml bottles. You have to put them upside down in your cup holder. I don't know, it works for me. All right, we're here. This whole building, all the way up there, and all the way back there. This is the new home of Hostile Canada. Hostile is going to start in the US, manufacturing in the US and shipping from the US. But the next phase is to move into this massive fucking warehouse. I guess you could say we're hoping that everything's going to go according to plan and that this warehouse will be needed in the future to ship to all of our Canadian fans and buyers. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. We appreciate the support, but time to go in. Part of the warehouse is the Jungle Gym, hell on earth. Mike, what's up? All right, man. All right, we're in the dungeon. We're gonna train some back. All right, back is in the books. That's the guy that got me started. That's the general.
The colonel.
The colonel. Anyway, we're all done. Leaving the jungle gym, time to go eat. Catch you guys. It's a good workout in the books. It's weird when I get in that place. It's like I lose track of time. I feel like I can just keep training, you know? Once we get more equipment in there, probably be my home base. All right, guys, just got back from the gym. Pretty wiped out. I'm just gonna get this post-workout meal in, and then I'm gonna wrap up this video now because I'm gonna eat and then chill. And that's it for the night. You know, worked out a little bit later today, got a good back workout in. Hopefully putting my split up on the whiteboard will help you guys out. But my post-workout meal, just if you guys are wondering, I got some chicken cooked here that I baked in the oven yesterday. I got it cut up in just over 7 ounces. I'm just gonna heat that up, throw some rice on it. That's my post-workout meal. So I hope you guys got good information from the video. Got a back workout for you guys. You guys can copy some of the movements. I did the whiteboard training split for you guys. Hopefully you guys got something out of watching me set up my training split. It might help you guys set up your own. If you like the video, subscribe, share, like. Check out hostile.com for new merchandise coming next week. The Hostile supplement line will be released soon. Pre-orders are probably gonna start at the end of the month. Hope you guys will check that out. Thanks for watching, guys.